I love it. Welcome back. Here we are.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sort of Ambitious.
Welcome back, Jen and Shannon.
We're so happy to have you all here as listening. We're going to do a little Halloween hangover episode, kind of dive back into our Halloween festivities, maybe go down memory lane a little bit, and just check in with each other, as always. If you want to listen to us, please follow, subscribe wherever you're listening. Join us, join our little Sort of Ambitious family, and let's get into this.
Let's do it. What are you drinking tonight, Shannon?
I have a black cherry Waterloo sparkling water.
Perfect.
0 calories.
I thought we were on the same page when Shannon said I brought myself a little drink, and I was like, oh, me too, except mine's a White Claw.
I am actually not a fan of sparkling waters. Like the people that are on these
You're
LaCroix
not?
kicks. No.
I don't really love LaCroix, but
well,
I
they
do
were
love
the first to
sparkling
do
water.
it. It's actually funny that you're drinking a White Claw right now, because I was just talking to
because
someone.
it's a Tuesday night or Monday night.
Well, no, I feel like that's acceptable. But I was saying how, like, okay, so for example, LaCroix or White Claw, when they did what they did, right? They came out with sparkling water, and then they came out with this like flavored seltzer thing. They were like the new kid on the block, and they were so good
like, so
when we
popular.
first had them. Yeah. And now everyone's redone it and like made it better. And so now we drink LaCroix and we're like, bleh. And like now I found things that I like better than White Claw because they've just like fixed it up, you know?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. We just went to dinner with some friends, and I don't know why Kyle and I just decided to turn up on a Monday, but probably because he doesn't work tomorrow, and that's like not typical. And just because we're at home and like in our own space, and we like can just be here. But we went to dinner, and we get to the gas station, and Kyle was like, I think he was just going in to get like chew or something, and which is gross, disgusting habits, awful. Anyways, he's going in to get his little can or whatever, and he's like, do you want anything? And I was like, yeah, maybe just like a White Claw. He like looks at me like, wait, what? And mind you, we'd just taken like a shot of peach crown, which is our new favorite, and we can never find it, but we've found it now 2 or 3 times, and so it's just like a staple. We have to have it if we see it. And so we took a shot of crown. We were like gonna go to dinner with our friends. Our friend's husband, who has been deployed for the last year, is home, and we were so excited to meet him. And so we went to dinner, and before this we go, this is maybe TMI, so sorry, but we cleaned our house today. Like there's so much more to that, but we like moved furniture, rearranged, and I'd cleaned out like my drawers and my dresser, and I threw away a bunch of chonies, and I was complaining that I don't have any underwear. Like I was just like, I have nothing. And so I was so irritated, and I must have said it enough times that Kyle was like, do we need to go get you more chonies today? Like, why are you? And so before dinner, we ran like down to the old mill just to like pick out new underwear. And so we took a shot of crown, went and picked out underwear, and then went to go meet my friend's husband.
What a weird series of events.
Right? And then I was like, anyway, we're at dinner. It was great. But I was like, well, I don't have anything to do tomorrow, so we've already got the ball rolling.
I know. I feel like I'm the same way. Like and also you guys just came off Vegas, so it's like once you kind of like.
But like Vegas, in the weirdest Vegas experience we've ever had. Just
true.
Quiet nap time in the hotel room. So sorry to just be on another level over here, Shannon. But
I love it.
Your girls had a couple of shots and a couple drinks.
How fun! Wait, a couple? We've been putting back.
I had at least 2 at dinner, and then I had I shared like a 24-ounce White Claw with Kyle, which actually, I mean, I drink all of it because he doesn't drink that shit. And then I got home, And I was like, well, actually on our way home, because the Crown Peach was empty from Vegas. So we went to dinner, and then on our way home, he's like, should I go to the liquor store? And I was like, I mean, probably. So,
yeah, probably.
I think you should, since you're off tomorrow. So we got Peach Crown, or Crown Peach. And then I was like, well, I'm about to start my podcast, so I need a drink. I'm just going to pop a White Claw.
Yeah, just keep the ball rolling.
Again, mind you guys, it's Monday night.
Well,
11/7/22.
It's your Saturday because he doesn't have work tomorrow. So
I mean, yeah, technically, and we never get to do it together. So
yeah,
which is why I'm over here just having the time of my life. Like, you gonna put Cohen to sleep, or okay, cool, I'm gonna go do a podcast.
I'm just doing sparkling waters. Like I said, I'm not a sparkling water fan, but I have quite literally 5 cases.
I didn't know this
house.
about you.
No, I'm that person. Like, have you seen that meme that's like, this just tastes like water and someone screamed black cherry in another room? Like, that's what sparkling water is to me. Like, I don't enjoy the flavor. I actually am not really that much of a carbonation person. And if I'm gonna have carbonation, I want like a full on.
Yeah, what do you like?
Soda.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like, if I'm gonna do it, I don't really care about the 0 calories, 0 sugar. Like, I want all the calories and all the sugar if I'm gonna do this, you know?
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I feel like I wasn't really a bubbly water person either. And then I think to try to stop drinking soda was like,
right.
I really tried, and then I was obsessed. So
right, which is why that's actually what I used to tell a lot of like my clients, to be like, if you just need the fixation of the bubbles, do a sparkling water. But if you're doing it for the actual like enjoyment of taste, I guess I just don't relate.
It's not good. But
I'd rather have like an actual Dr. Pepper, or
I was gonna say I've been on a. I don't drink a lot of soda because I just don't anymore, because I feel like I drink a lot of bubbly water. But when we were in Vegas, how did I just sneeze twice and all of a sudden sound like I'm the most nasally person? I can hear it in my head voice from my headphones, and I'm just like, ew, what happened?
You just became sick instantly.
I just instantly became sick. I don't know if you guys can. I can hear it, and I'm just like, God, is that what I sound like? Okay, anyways, usually it's like sexy, but maybe it's like the end of the beginning is like, ew, and then the end is like, wow, she sounds so hot. Is that how she talks? Okay, I actually forgot what I was saying. Bubbly.
Oh my God.
Bubbly water. Kick. I love bubbly water, except for I recently, because of the Crown.
This is the drunk Jenna we needed for the truth and drink.
Jesus, I know. No, the tummy laugh, it's so deep. I could barely breathe for a second. Okay. I've been on a Sprite kick, because Sprite and Crown Peach is so good. Ooh. Is really what I was trying to get at. I made Kyle look up like drinks for Sprite, or for Peach Crown, and Sprite was like the first one, and I was like, oh, I don't know why I didn't think about that. But so that's what I did, like basically in Vegas, was like Sprite and our Peach Crown, because we just sipped in our room. We really didn't do anything else.
What is Crown again? It's a whiskey, right?
Yeah, it's whiskey. We usually like Crown Apple. That's like Kyle's favorite. But the peach is so good. It's so good.
I never would have thought a whiskey and a Sprite would be good together. But it must be like a light whiskey. Or like a light...
guess. Don't mind my wiggles over here. I'm literally... I know you always sit like on the floor in your closet.
Yeah, I'm constantly moving.
But I'm sitting on the floor tonight in the corner. Excuse me, I've burped like 4 times.
She's wasted, you guys.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see what I had. I had at least 2 shots of peach.
Okay.
Before dinner. And then I had it. then I had. then I had. I out of 24 ounces. I probably had at least 17 of the ounces of a White Claw, mango flavored. Then went to dinner, had 2 seasonal mules. And then came home, changed my clothes, took 1 more peach crown, then Claw. Here we are.
Wow. So, okay. That's more than I thought. I thought you were 2 shots and 2 drinks total, but we're like 4 drinks, 3 shots going on your 5th drink.
Cal, yeah. Look at my...
Okay. She goes, fluffs her hair and then just stares at herself. Like, what? Yeah. Yeah.
That's where we're at. I was so excited, I think, about the podcast, but I was also excited. I was just so excited for my friend's husband to be home. Like, he has been deployed an entire year. And I think I was just, I don't know if I was like excited or nervous for her. I was also just, I wanted him to like us. I've loved on her and her daughter for like a whole year. And like, just, I feel like, it's a lot. He's been literally living in the desert for a year, like with nothing else around them. And it was just such a fun, like, I was so excited to meet him, mostly just because she's been so excited. That's her husband and he's been gone. And so all I've heard is like, Justin this, and this is what he does. And da 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 da. And Cohen and Elena are such good friends. And Megan has become like my mom friend here in Bend. And so it was just, I was so excited. And then I think Kyle and I both were just like, well, you don't work tomorrow. So
yeah,
we sent it. I sent it, really, actually. He's responsible. He was actually really mad at me because our last round of drinks, I didn't order him one. And we get in the car and he's like, you just didn't even want to ask if I wanted another one? And I was like,
me out.
I'm so sorry. I just thought you had a full one still sitting on the table. That meant you didn't want it.
Was it a fun dinner? Was it good to meet him? Was he everything?
Yeah, no, he was so sweet. Yeah, he was so sweet. And like, it was fun to see him and like Kyle, chit-chatting, and then like them with the kids while Megan and I like sat and enjoyed our beverages. Like, that's been her and I like chasing the kids around for the last year kind of on our own. And then Kyle would, meet us when he could. And so it was just like our first dinner as like families together. And so it was so sweet, and the food was great. It was absolutely delicious. I don't know what the teriyaki cauliflower was.
Sounds good.
But it was delicious. Yeah. Okay, Shannon, I feel like I've not stopped talking. I need you to
Okay, well, the point of this episode was going to be about Halloween.
It is still.
No, yeah, that's what we're doing. And I did a little, obviously I've known what I've done like the last couple years, but I kind of wanted, for me personally, I have a terrible memory. And so I scrolled back through like my Instagram and my Facebook to see like what some of my past Halloween costumes.
Oh my gosh, fun.
And events have been. I'm probably not going to remember everything, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to go over what this year obviously was for us and this most recent year with our kids. And then like, what was Halloween for us pre-kids? Like, do we have any crazy Halloween stories, or like, what did we do? Did you do the same thing every year? Did you do something new? So that was my thought.
You first.
Okay. So this year, we did, so since Halloween was on a Monday, we just did like a trunk or treat with Khalil, since obviously we don't know this area very well, and I'm not about to go explore neighborhoods and like figure that out. But for our costumes, I have wanted to do
they're so good.
Thank
Shannon,
you.
I'm sorry, I'm just interrupting real quick. They are so good. Like,
Thank you.
If you don't follow Shannon or you haven't seen the costumes, when your guy, like, you told me what you wanted to be.
Yeah.
And like, off podcast because it was like, I don't want to, you didn't want to ruin it and didn't want to
Yeah.
say it before it was a thing. And I was like, oh my God, that'd be so good. I didn't picture the boys. Like, for some reason, I just only pictured your costume when you told me. When I saw the strut, I'm not kidding. When I saw the strut of Kendrick, Shannon, I was like, this is the best family costume. And the perfect people for it. I was laughing so hard. It's so good, you guys. Insert clip of them.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll insert, because I took quite a few videos of it all, but I wanted to do something along The Incredibles for a really long time, and I've wanted to be Edna Mode for a really, really long time. And I actually
love
had
that.
my inspiration photo probably back in like 2014 or 2015. But my whole plan was to be like a hot Edna Mode, like still do the hair and the glasses, but like do full glam and like a hot version of it. That was kind of my whole vision. And then like, like we've said, you don't speak about costumes too early because it just like never comes together sometimes, or your friends have a different group that you want to do. And so you just kind of have to like roll with the punches. And so Edna Mode just kept getting pushed back. And also the other thing with Halloween is, for me personally, being in an interracial relationship, you kind of also have to think about that. You can't just like, I'm not going to go out there and be like a black girl, and I'm not going to have him be this like white character unless he wants to. But like, for the most part, you want to dress up as someone that like you relate to, I guess, or that you find fun. And so like, when I asked him if he wanted to do The Incredibles with me, he was like, yeah, I will. Like, what do you want me to be? And I was like, I want you to be Frozone. Like, why would you not be Frozone? That would be so funny. And so that, again, was going to be just a couple costume that just kind of kept being pushed back. And then last year I wanted to do it, and I wanted to do it with Khalil, and he would be Jack. Like, that was my whole plan, because he was a little baby, and like I was going to do his hair and the little pointy thing. That didn't work again. So this year we did it, but Khalil was Dash, because Khalil just runs everywhere. And so it made sense that he was like the kid that just sprints everywhere. But it was a blast, because the trunk or treat that we went to was on campus at my husband's work. And so I show up.
Oh, fun. I guess I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So I show up like fully done in my Edna Mode system, and Khalil's fully in his little like incredible suit. And I call Kendrick, and I'm like, do you want us to come into your offices like this? And he's like, yeah, come on in. And so we come in, and he's kind of like laughing at us. And he's like, you guys look really good. Like, where's my costume? And I pull it out. And like, we both knew it was going to be a onesie, like unitard thing. But it wasn't until he goes to like put it on that he's like, holy shit, this is like a bright blue unitard, like, that I have to wear. And all of his players were the kids that were handing out the candy to like,
my gosh, it's so good. It's just like the perfect, like, I know you guys don't know Kendrick. If you do know Kendrick, then you know.
Yeah.
But if you don't, like, the energy that Kendrick can bring to anything, I feel like the fact that he put on that blue unitard costume, he was, like I said, when you see the strut, I was just like, this is so perfect. And Kendrick he's just such a champ. He's so funny. He has such a good vibe, like, all the time.
Yeah.
And so when I saw that, it made me so happy.
It was so fun.
The perfect costumes.
And it was actually, I didn't think about this ahead of time, but all of his players, football players, were like so excited when they saw us come around the corner. They were like, oh my God, Edna, Frozone. And to be honest, I thought a lot of people would know what Khalil and Kendrick were, but I didn't know if a lot of people would know what I was, because, you know, she's just not a main character, and like, she's just a girl with a dress on or whatever. But they all knew it. And then I was talking to one of them, and they're like, yeah, I mean, that was like the Disney movie that we grew up with. Like, that's when we were like 5, 6, and 7.
That is so funny.
And so they were so excited. And Kendrick and I have had the Frozone monologue memorized for a very long time. Like, during every car trip that we ever do, we'll for sure spend 30 minutes just like practicing our Frozone monologue. And
oh my gosh, I love
we did that. And it was just so fun. And Khalil actually surprisingly like loved his full outfit, even the mask. Like, he kept it all on for like hours I
Oh
thought
my
for sure he'd
gosh.
be like ripping things off, but he was
Yes,
like
I feel
a
like
sport about it.
I need to see more videos. I saw the, like I said, the strut is the best. That's like all I saw, and I feel like I need to see more. I need a whole reel of the night.
Yes, I need to make one. I need to make like a full compilation. It was really fun. And I mean, to be honest, short and sweet because Halloween did fall on a Monday and like it was in the middle of Kendrick's, football season. So it's not totally like ideal to make a big extravagant thing, but it was perfect. Khalil got his candy. We had a good time. We got photos. So it was so much fun.
Oh my gosh. So fun. That's kind of how I feel too.
I can check it off. Because now
Yes,
I finally done it.
I know. Well, that was kind of how your costumes went when we met. I think it was either the second, was it the first or second? It was the first year of Halloween together, I think. Was it? Now I feel like it was the second.
Maybe the second. I can't remember what the first year was.
But yeah, that's kind of how it was. Your costumes just like fell into play, and then we'd had our epic time, and we could talk about that in a second. But like, when you get to check off your costumes that you've been like planning and plotting forever.
Yes.
It's the best. It's the best.
Feels so
I feel like with my friends, the one that we have always wanted to do is Spice Girls, because we have everyone. We have all the girls that would like fit the part perfectly, and we've never executed it. And it's always been like the costumes in the back of our head, like we should do Spice Girls, and then we always end up doing something completely wild and crazy and different. But like, the year we do Spice Girls, y'all,
it'll feel so good.
So good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So this year my family did, my fiance and I were Cosmo and Wanda from the Fairly Odd Parents. And then Cohen, our son, was Timmy Turner. And we just also did a trunk or treat. I'm kind of sad the idea wasn't mine. It was definitely Kyle's. I sent him like a TikTok of somebody who had like done a bunch of costumes, and not even thinking about it, I was like, oh my God, these were such cute like couples costumes. Not thinking about like what Cohen was going to be. Because that's what I've planned for all these years. It's been Kyle and I. And so I was like, oh my God, babe, these are so cute. And I sent it to him. And then like instantly he wrote me back and was like, we have to do Fairly Odd Parents. Like, we are new parents. We have a baby boy. Like, this is perfect. And I was just like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
But we got all the things from their costumes, because I was like, okay, well, if we're going to do it, we have to do it just like that, because those are so cute. And I got Cohen his little like maroon hat and his maroon t-shirt. But same thing, he, like for you felt like it was just a girl in a dress. I felt like it was just a little boy with a hat and a t-shirt on, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And so I was like, well, dang, that's not super fun for him. But like, also he doesn't know and he's not going to remember. So when we went to the trunk or treat, like there were so many adults, like parents, that were like, oh my gosh, Cosmo and Wanda and Timmy Turner, this is awesome. And like, that was so fun, because that's just like not what I was expecting. Not that I thought kids would know, because that's definitely more like our generation of, people that are parents now. That's what we watched, what we grew up on. And so it was just so fun. And I feel like I got more and more excited as like the night went on, and then we got all of our fun pictures, and I really was trying to take pictures where Cohen looked bigger than us, which was so hard.
Yeah.
Like trying to put him like forward, and then like we're trying to be in the background with our wands, and like I was really trying to get into our fairy characters. I could not get over the fact that Kyle wore a princess crown that lit up and fairy wings, when I have been with Kyle, you guys, my whole life. And when I look back at our Halloween costumes, he is a construction worker or a bowler or like something he can like throw together in 2 seconds. And I think maybe he dressed up as like a nerd one year after I complained. He was like trying to pull up the pictures, like, I dressed up. And I was like, you didn't actually though. So, but I
feel like it's different with kids though. Like, it's so much more fun to like.
So fun. And it was just so fun to see him like embrace it as a dad. He was like, had him in his hand, and like people were just so excited, and he was carrying around his wand like a champ. And I loved it. I was so excited. So,
well, and Cohen with you guys made total sense. Like,
Yeah,
Cohen
absolutely.
in your arms, like there was no question about how he played
Yes.
into that scenario.
And there were so many people too that like were talking about us, like as Cosmo and Wanda and Timmy, like, oh, Timmy's mad, or like, Timmy, you guys, Timmy needs something. Like, and it was so cute because we're just in this. We went to it's called like General Duffy's here in Bend. It's like a tap house with food trucks and stuff, and they do little they have concerts and Saturday market type things there. And so that's kind of what it was. They did the whole trunk or treat thing, which I'd never been to one of those, I don't think. My mom says she took us when we were little, but I'm like, I don't think that's what it was called at the time because I just don't remember.
I don't remember them at all. I think they were brand new with COVID. That's what I think I first heard of them.
Okay, maybe that's what I mean. My mom was like, we've done that before. And I'm like, I don't think we have. I feel like maybe, because I know her church has done them for the last couple years.
Yeah.
But like, I don't remember going to one of those as a kid. I remember going to my grandma's like company picnic place, or like, it was her company picnic, but there was two. There was like a fall festival one, and then there was like a summer one. And the fall festival one, we would go to Blunt. She used to work for like a blade company, like making blades. And I remember going to this big warehouse and like doing the whole trick or treat around this big warehouse, and everyone would dress up, and that was super fun. And then we would do like our church, whatever the church fall festival was. Yeah. But I never went to a trunk or treat. So to see all the cars like decked out and all the costumes that went with the cars, like it was so fun. I loved that. And Cohen was having a blast. Like I feel like he was a champ this Halloween, and I was trying to put on my big girl pants as a mom and be like, it's fake. It's not scary. It's okay.
I know, right? Right.
Because I'm such a baby when it comes to that stuff.
I know. And everyone that hands out the candy is always so sweet, and they're like so good with the kids. So it just makes it so fun and easy for us to just go to one place and like get it done.
Yeah. I really do think it was like our best costumes as a couple and as like a family. It was the best combination that it could be for the first like real one, because last year Cohen was like, you know, basically just sleeping on a pillow.
What were you guys last year?
Kyle was a ghost, I was a momster, and Cohen was a ghost monster baby. Right.
Yes. And he was in the little baby carrier.
He was so cute. Oh my gosh, he was so cute. We just hung out at home. I was like, I didn't really know what to do last year. I was like, I put a sheet over him. I painted some ghost eyes, and I was like,
Well, last year I didn't even plan on doing a costume because I think Khalil would have been like 7 months old. So I was like, what's the point? But then we ended
Cohen
up
was like Shannon like 2 months old.
Yeah. So I planned on not doing a costume just because I didn't really want to like do effort or money when it didn't really matter. But then we ended up throwing that Halloween party at your sister's house, and so I was like scrambled for that.
Oh my gosh,
costume. And we ended up being.
I forgot Shannon Cohen was 2 costumes. He was the ghost at home here in Bend. I totally forgot about the Halloween party. Oh my gosh.
What was the party?
Kyle was the guy from the Hangover.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was gonna say. I remember him in the baby carrier.
And he was in the baby carrier. I was like, baby carrier, when did we do that? We did do something for Halloween. God, we're crazy parents. We just decided to just take our kid everywhere.
Yeah. And it was awesome because he was in the baby carrier. And
I don't even know what I was.
I think you were
what the heck was
the monster again. But they were like
lame.
Else.
I didn't even think of anything else. Stupid. They had a whole other costume, and I was just like, I'm just still a mom. It's okay.
God. I'm just a new mom, taking care of everyone else.
Yeah.
Kendrick and I bought
you guys were so cute.
Ghostbusters things last minute. And so I was a Ghostbuster, and Khalil and him were both the little like ghost puffs things. Kendrick was this massive blow up one, and Khalil was this like little marshmallow.
I cannot believe I forgot about that. Like 100% forgot about that party.
Well, the only reason we threw that party was because the year before, which if you remember, we did an episode on it. We threw a party at our house, and it was all Dracula themed, and so
And
everyone
it was so good.
vampires
It was so good.
or Frankenstein or goblins or whatever they were, witches.
We've recently like watched Transylvania a couple times now, like the first and the second one, and they're such cute movies. Like they're
I need to watch
cute.
them.
They're
Selena
so cute.
Gomez is one of the voices, right?
Yeah, she's Mavis. She's the one. She's like the main. She's Dracula's daughter.
Yes, I need to watch them just because I really want to support Selena. You know,
I know, it's so cute. I can't wait to watch her new.
Same.
I can't wait to watch it.
I've been kind of stalking some things on TikTok.
I was gonna say I can't wait to watch, or I can't wait for our episode where you tell me all the things, because I'm really trying to stay off social media so that we can do like a pop culture one and you can fill me in, because I've watched some episodes of the Kardashians, but like not a ton because I don't have Hulu, so I can't like watch them or whatever. So I've watched them like when I've babysat, and I'm only a few in. So anyways, I'm excited about our pop culture one because I just want you to tell me all the things that are going on.
Okay, I'll start keeping notes too, because I mean, there's just always shit going on. Always.
No, there is. I know. Like, side note, Aaron Carter died.
I know.
Oh my god. Childhood crush, childhood music, like Lizzie McGuire Christmas episode. I can't even. I'm so.
I know. I actually found out because I saw Hillary Duff's post about it.
You did? Like, okay. I've been waiting for Hillary Duff to post. I haven't seen it, so I don't know what she said, but Molly texted our group chat. Molly texted our group chat, and she was like, "You guys," and all of us are like, "What? What's up? What's going on?" You know? And she like, you know, she just like, Aaron Carter died, and like the chat is like silent for a second. You see like our bubbles, and then like it's silent, and then our bubbles, and like it's silent, and I like my initial thought, which is crazy, was like, oh my god, Hillary Duff is probably so sad. Like I just was like, that was just the thing that popped into my head first, and then I was like, he came to Corvallis. Aaron Carter came to Corvallis, and Jasmine met him, Molly met him, and like I was not in Corvallis when it happened. I was so sad. I was living in Vegas at the time, but I remember it being like such an iconic moment for my friends to just be like, oh my god, Aaron Carter's in town, and like. Oh, just so sad. Just so sad. And
I ironically watched like a interview of his like a month ago, and the interview, I couldn't even finish it because I was like, you know, when you just see a celebrity that's like really struggling and not
and someone that you've loved, like someone you've watched grow up, someone you know that, you know, and it's not like it's like his whole family, you know, there's so many people in his family that are successful and have done such great things and like things we grew up on, that you're just like, it's so sad when, you know, stuff like that.
And
just
her message Hillary Duff's message was really cute, because she was like, I'm so sorry that you were in this world and hurting and no one was like there to support you and you felt alone. But then she also said like, my younger self is like truly mourning like a love of my life or whatever. Yeah. And it was just like so cute and so sad at the same time, but yeah. Anyways, I don't know how long that
was what I said back to our group chat. I was like, you guys, I was like, my heart's with Hillary Duff right now. I feel like we loved him through her. You know, there was like so much of our childhood with her and him together. Like oh my gosh, it was so crazy. Yeah. Anyways, side note, rest in peace, Aaron Carter.
Yes. Okay, so that kind of summarizes our last couple years, especially kid years. But do you have like a favorite costume of all time that you've ever done, or like your top 3?
I would say, yeah, I do feel like I have a couple favorites. I was a goddess, like a Greek goddess one year. I don't know if it was because I was like basically naked that I loved it. Or it was my makeup was perfect because my friend Mandy is too good at it. I just like wish I could do my makeup like her, but she did my makeup that year and it was just on fire. So good. And I also threw like the biggest Halloween party I've ever thrown in my entire life, and it was great. So that was a very fun.
Tell that story.
Very fun costume. We lived in a really small like townhouse in Corvallis, and I don't know what made us feel like this was the year. Maybe because a lot of our friends had graduated and moved away, and I like wanted to hold on to the fact that like I was still there, and I wanted everyone to come back and like have one more hoorah in
Yeah.
Corvallis.
Yeah.
So like I feel like everyone's costumes were so good that year. Like they just everyone that showed up looked incredible, and I was so happy. Um so I'm trying to think like why we even planned it. So we planned the big party. My sister had just moved in with us. My sister Jade, and
Mm.
so and because it was her freshman year at college, so that was probably also it. I wanted to show my sister that like I was still cool,
Yeah.
even though
Yeah.
she
You're like,
was,
I can show up.
even though she was like just starting college and probably didn't care what I was doing. But like I told her, I was like, invite all your friends. Like I want everyone to come, and like they all showed up and were ready to go. It was just so good. But like mind you, this is probably like an 880, I'd say 900 square feet house. Like it's a townhouse,
Small.
so it's like
Small.
small. One bathroom, basically living room and kitchen are the same space.
Yep.
We had like a bar that the person who had lived there before built, and they were just gonna like throw away, and I was like, this is so cool, like we have to keep the bar. So we kept the bar. We were like serving jello shots. It was just like it was awesome. And we had a keg. And we like put this huge tarp over the top of the deck area. I did all the spooky decorations you could possibly think of. The best food, like I made all the things, mummy hot dog things, and Frankenstein Rice Krispies, and I had the bowl, the witch's bowl with the ice stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was just like it was so fun. And I mean, we got hammered. The cops were called. It was great.
You had a bunch of strangers in there, right?
I had a bunch of strangers there. Yeah, like people I'd know. Like it turned into like the party of everybody I knew to like I knew absolutely nobody in my house. I'm pretty sure like a screen was broken out my door when the cops were called because people got scared, and which was hilarious because like I didn't even think about it. I'm like, I'm old enough. I don't care. This is my house. What are they going to do? And I didn't even think about it. I'm like, I don't know these people.
Yeah.
You know, it was just your typical house party.
Yeah.
In Corvallis. And it was, I mean, that was probably one of my favorite Halloweens. I just felt like maybe talking about it now, I feel more like it was probably just to impress my sister because I was pretty much done doing that. Like,
yeah.
My friends had all moved away. My friends had gotten like real jobs or were now in grad school and like didn't live there anymore. And I knew that was like my last hoorah with like my favorite people. And I was like passing the torch maybe. So I just went balls to the walls for my
I think that's great.
Yeah, I think it was great. That's probably my favorite Halloween for sure.
Would you say that's your favorite costume as well?
I think it was because even Kyle wore like the toga with the gold, I don't know what that's called, like gold sash or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably one of the only ones I've gotten him really to dress up for. Everything else has been kind of like me going out with my friends and putting on whatever. I did love my bad Barbie, even though like looking back at it now, I'm like, Jesus. Wow, really, Jenna? And then I'm trying to think what my other favorite was. I did have a pretty cool skeleton, which like I feel like everyone does skeletons, but it was like legit, just my whole ass was out. I had like, my makeup was done. I went to like Ulta and like had them do this crazy half skeleton look, which I could never do anything like that. So when I can like really go all out and someone can like help me make it a thing.
Yeah.
Bad Barbie was easy. It was like black lipstick and like a pink Barbie outfit with some fishnets, you know.
we need pictures of all of these so we can add it to the videos.
I know. I'll have to find them. I'll have to look back. I feel like Corvallis costumes were I had so many because it was like every day for 4 days or whatever.
Yeah.
Every year
I know. I was
4 years.
I was trying to think of like my senior year. I think especially my senior year, it fell on like a Friday. So I'm pretty sure it was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I'm pretty sure it was like the weekend before and the weekend after, like just so many. where it got
Yeah.
to the point where I had pretty lame costumes because you're just trying to
I
like
know.
throw
Trying to
something
put 'em
together.
together. I know.
So you're not wearing the same
Like,
thing.
at this point, you've done it 14 times. You're like, I don't have anything else to wear.
I'm pretty sure on one of them I was like a robber, and it was just because I put black leggings and like a black and white striped shirt, and I like
Oh,
glued
there you go.
a money sign
I did
to
like
me.
my sister. So when Jalissa was in, she had just had Jayla, like, and my niece was in the NICU for, I want to say 2 months, at least a month. I know at least a month. She was up at OHSU. My sister was up there for like 3 months. It was a whole ordeal when my niece was born. But
Yeah.
so Jayla was in the NICU, and it was like the first time Jalissa was able to like leave the hospital. I brought her to a Halloween party, and she like wore this funny shirt that like basically was saying like, I just had a baby, like, fuck you, like type of shirt. And I was a boxer, and also again easy.
Yes.
But it was when the whole like when Ronda Rousey,
Yes.
is that her name? When she
Yep.
was like really big, and I was so excited about that costume. We went to
That one was really cool.
my old neighbor in Corvallis, Chris. He lives in Portland in like or I don't actually know where he lives now, but that's where he lived at the time, in like a high rise apartment complex that had a rooftop, and so he threw a party up there. And so I went and got my sister from her like hospital because my niece had to stay in the NICU, and my sister was like living at the McDonald house and like driving up and back and forth to the hospital every day. And so it was like I said, the first time she could like leave, and I was like, just come with me, I'll come get you, can come hang out. And she was like not about it. She didn't want to go. And I was like, come on, it's okay. Like, she's, you can't even go up there anymore. Visiting hours are over. Like,
Yeah.
she has to stay there. It's going to be okay. Like, I'm trying to like take her mind off of this traumatic experience, basically. And it was so fun. That was a really fun Halloween. And I
remember you guys going to that.
Yes. And we went and took fun pictures on this like runway that he had up on the rooftop. And that was so fun. So
yeah,
top 4. Those are my top 4.
I love it. I know I was trying to narrow down. To be honest, I feel like when I was thinking about my favorite costumes, a lot of mine came more, not even to like the slutty, crazy ones, but more the ones that I thought were just like really creative with my friends, and or I put a lot of work into like the costume. And because like in college, for a long time, there was a group of 4 of us, like 4 girls. And so, it was kind of always kind of making like a 4-person costume. One of them was really great because we got literally like 10 of our friends to be in on it, but we basically did a lingerie football team. And so we were all in like lingerie with like football pads, and we had like the eye black on. And I need to find the video because we made our own like hype video for it.
Yes.
I need to find it.
Shannon's slutty lingerie hype video football squad.
And our like guy friends were like either cheerleaders or like referees or whatever, and all the girls were the football players. That one was really fun because it was just like such a big group going to the party. And then when we were like early on in college, we went to University of Montana. If you guys know them, you know that their mascot's the Grizzlies, but we actually have like two mascots. There's the main Grizzly. His name is Monty. And then he has like a little mini Grizzly named Mo. And so me and my friend Sammy, she was Monty and I was Mo. And we just kind of like put tutus on and had little bear ears. So it wasn't anything crazy. And then our friends were a cheerleader and a dance girl. So we were kind of like the UM cheer squad, or like spirit squad is basically what we did. But
oh my gosh, cute.
That one was just so fun because every party we went to, I think we were freshmen, so we were like early on or maybe sophomores, but every party we went to, everyone loved that we were like Monty and Mo, and we just like glued ourselves to each other the whole time, and it was just really fun. Sammy and I did a lot of costumes together now that I think about it, because my other favorite one was because it took me so fucking long. I'll find a picture of this one because I know I have it. She was the little boy from Up with all like the badges on her chest.
Yes.
And she had like the hat and the little flag. And then I was the bird, Kevin, and I had hot glue gun, like all these feathers to my back, and basically had like a whole back full of feathers, and then she would just like hop on my back, and I would like walk around the party with her on my back as if I was a bird.
I love that. Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
But I think honestly my favorite, and I think it's an easy favorite, was the one that you were talking about. I have wanted to be the Sundrop girl.
Oh yes.
From the Sundrop commercial
good.
for so long. I actually found a Sundrop shirt at like a Spencer's when I was like 17, and I held on to it until what, 2019? Maybe?
2019, I think. Yeah, because it was the year, it was right before COVID.
Yeah. So
and
I was the Sundrop girl, and Kendrick went as Snoop Dogg, because if you've seen the Sundrop commercial, she's like twerking to his "Drop It Like It's Hot" song.
So and good. Then it was so good.
Just so happens that we went to a Snoop Dogg concert that night. Yes. And so just so happens that we got front row right in front of Snoop Dogg.
Dogg came to Chinook Winds Casino in Lincoln City, Oregon.
Yep. and we drove our asses
and
over
Kendrick
there.
And we were there so fast, it was not even funny.
We were there.
That was so much fun. My friends and I were the Cheetah Girls that night, which also just felt fitting. We were in like velvet jumpsuits and like cheetah print. It was so incredible. Like just
and we had just
that was
bought,
a good
like,
one.
We had just bought general admission tickets, right? We were just gonna go and like enjoy ourselves and drink, and then we're standing in the way back. Like he had just gone on stage. He was probably 2 songs in, and this wife and husband like fly past us. You could tell that something had like gone down. They'd either gone to fight or something.
Yeah.
And the husband goes to Kendrick. He was like, "Hey, do you want front row seats?" And Kendrick was like, "Yeah." And so he just was like, "Here's our tickets, go up there." And so all 3 of us just twinkle our little feet up there.
Yeah. And we're up there front row
vibing with Snoop Dogg.
Having the time of our lives.
He like dabs up Kendrick, because I think he recognized that Kendrick was like dressed up as young Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
and I'm just sitting there like waiting for my "Drop It Like It's Hot" song so I could enjoy myself.
Yes, I feel like I have that video. I need to go back and find it. Like,
we need to find all this documentation.
I'm pretty sure I was the person that should have videoed that moment for you. So.
I think so, because I was like, catch this. We need this.
It's coming up. No, that was a good one too. I was just thinking like of a costume that I had made like substantial effort for, and it wasn't even really like a lot of effort. It was just, it took me a while to figure out how to get the crowns to sit correctly, because Molly was coming to Corvallis. She didn't live there at the time, and she came up and was last minute. We just decided to be like a sun and moon. I was the sun and she was the moon, and I had like fabric from the ninja costume that I had made. I want to say either that year or like it had to be just one of the nights. It had to be one of the nights I was a ninja, and I got this really pretty like gold metallic fabric that I cut up and tied all around myself to be a ninja, but I had made it into like a top that was basically just like around my neck and tucked into a skirt. But the crowns took me so long to create the like crowns to stay up properly, and my creative ass over here is thinking like, oh, easy, I can make a sun and a moon quick, and it took so long. And by the end of the night, I think Molly and I just ended up like taking cute pictures in the crowns and then ditching the crowns and going out in our like half.
You're like, we're a sun and a moon, duh.
We're a sun and a moon, duh. Draw one on our face. But that was a really fun costume too.
Yeah, I remember seeing pictures of that one. It was really pretty. You guys both looked so good.
Our makeup was fun. Like we kind of just dolled ourselves up, did full glam first. I
feel like the other thing, I used to have just like a banana costume, so I would throw that on any opportunity that like it arise, which surprisingly, I wore that banana costume like probably 10 times for different things.
Often than you thought you.
Yeah, definitely more often than I thought. And it's like, I would just keep it, you know, like how you keep like ugly sweaters for like ugly sweater parties?
Yes.
I just kept it because I was like, oh, if anything ever comes up, and randomly I was always a banana.
I think I just forget. Like, I love Halloween. I really do love Halloween. I don't love the scary aspect of it, but like being out, because we were technically in Vegas for Halloween this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like walking around on the strip on the 31st.
Oof.
Like, and so it was, I don't know what I was expecting. And then when we were down there, there was actually so many families, and like we saw a whole family of, like, Crayola crayons. And I thought that was like hilarious because
That
they
is
legitimately
hilarious.
all were a different color and like all had their t-shirts on, and I was just like, that is so funny.
That's so funny.
And we saw a couple like Harley Quinns and whoever her partner is.
The Joker?
No, yeah, but it wasn't, yes, but no, he wasn't the person, like whoever she was walking around with was not the Joker, it was somebody else.
Oh, weird. I feel like I feel like
and
the Joker and Harley Quinn is hands down the most popular Halloween costume.
it is the most popular. That's what I was saying. Like, I saw several, and I almost feel like that's like why I said no, that they weren't the Joker. It was like almost like they didn't feel like they could pull off the Joker, so they did something else. But it was so fun because we went out with our friends. My niece was Stitch, which is currently Cohen's like favorite toy. So
Cute.
that was kind of fun. His like favorite stuffy is his Stitch right now, which is from his Uncle Ricky. Shout out Uncle Ricky. Oh, I lost Shannon on the camera. Where'd you go?
Oh, I don't know. I'm still here.
Okay. I just can't see you anymore. And so that was fun. And then our friends were like astronauts and aliens. Their family was like a couple astronauts, a couple aliens, and that was really cute. And then their newest baby, because they took like fun family photos in their costumes right before we saw them. And then they changed the baby before they went trick-or-treating and made her like this old grandma. And I don't know why it was the cutest thing in the world to see like this tiny human with this big curly gray wig on and like spectacles and, you know, just a little like floral dress and a cardigan.
So cute.
But she was like the highlight. Like anyone that passed us on the street was just like, she's so cute. Oh my gosh. Like, this is the best. And yeah, also just so fun to get to spend time with them on Halloween. Like, we've spent every major holiday kind of over the last at least 8 years randomly with them. It's like, I'm not kidding. Like, it's been a random 4th of July, a random Thanksgiving, a random now Halloween. And so it was just so fun with, especially with the new babies, to see them like interact and love on each other, and us get to just kind of be together and catch up. Yeah, just
family costumes are definitely hands down my favorite. Like, I love a good couple costume that's like really thought out. Like the one that I kept seeing on TikTok was the girl dressed up as a pumpkin, and then her guy had orange all over his face, and his shirt just said Peter Pumpkin Eater.
Yes, I was gonna say,
fucking hilarious.
I had some friends who did that one. That was really funny.
I think those ones are really good, but for the most part, like our family costumes are always like what takes it home for me, because I'm like, not only did you have fun because you had to do it like kid-esque, but they usually always pull it off so well. Like, there's nothing that's thought out.
No, it's so good. I feel like I should start planning our family costumes for next year so we can really execute.
Yeah, seriously.
Or we should just... I was going to say, or we just do another big party and, you know, get the kids involved now that they can, like, run around.
No, honestly, I think I would enjoy Kid Halloween more if we just all did a group thing and we just agreed that, like, hey, the kids are going to stay up later tonight and they're going to be playing their own games in the backyard while we have,
I think that's great, because we don't get to spend enough time together. No. We get to talk every week for like an hour.
I know. Not enough.
But it's not enough time. And I feel like, especially since we have so much to look forward to coming, meaning my wedding and my bachelorette party and my, you know, all the things that come with that. But just like knowing that shortly after that will just be another fun season with our babies that are going to be a little bit bigger and like, you know, speaking more and just like it's just going to be a whole new season, and it's
I
going to be
know.
so fun. I can't wait for it. I'm
I know,
already
me
so
neither.
excited. I want it to go slow, but I also am so excited for it.
I want it to go slow, but also want to know what it looks like.
Yeah.
If you were listening and you made it to the end, you have any good family costumes for us and you would love to submit your ideas,
Yeah,
email
send us your family photos. I was going to say
I would love to see.
My friend's family, they did. I don't know because I'm scared of this. So it's not because I decided. So there's Chucky, and then there's like maybe there's like a new Chucky, or there's like he has a friend or something. But her husband was Chucky, baby was also Chucky, and then she was something. And I don't know who the something was, but I had like commented on her family photo, and I was like, this, you guys did such a great job. I'm terrified, but you guys did so good. So I nominate the Yovkos.
Yeah, I was gonna say nominate your favorite.
They
either
did
friend,
a great
family.
job.
We want to see the best Halloween costumes that were out there this year.
So good. Send in your photos. Insert our email, sortedambitious@gmail.com.
Email
like,
us.
subscribe, leave a comment.
And we'll be back at you guys with another episode, kind of back to our regularly scheduled program. We hope you guys had a good fall festival month of October.
Yes,
we
hope you guys had
November.
So much fun. November is happening.
We're here. We're here.
All right, we love you guys.
Love
this
you,
was
Jenna.
so fun, Shannon. I feel
Please
like I've
guys.
I've gotten to spend time with you like 3 times in
I know
like a week, and it just makes me so happy. So
special. I know we're gonna start recording like every other day now, and people are gonna get tired of us, but we're having fun.
No ways.
Please make sure you guys like, follow. Again, you can listen to our podcast anywhere. If you want to see the video version, it's a much more unedited version because I'm not going to edit 2 times. So if you want to see more of our raw version of our podcast, you can head over to YouTube.
You want to see us just doing whatever we want. Laughing like 10 minutes because I was
wiggling around in our seats
real
the whole night.
When I started.
All right, we love you guys. Thank you for listening to another episode of Sorted Ambitious.
Yes.
And we will see you guys next time.
Next week. Bye.
Bye.